Hey, my name is Mr. Turrigo, but you can call me Al. Today, I'm going to make a review of a movie I saw yesterday. It's this movie. It's called Crazies, and it's directed by a guy named Breck Eisner. I've never heard of him before, so you just have to check him out if you want to. He's actually born on Christmas Eve of 1970. That's pretty cool, you know. And this movie stars Timothy Olyphant, who is mostly known as Agent 47 in the movie Hitman, where he didn't have any hair on, so he was completely bald. And that was much better than the stupid haircut he had in this movie, you know. I didn't like him at all in this movie. He was so bad in this movie, I just couldn't, take it. And co-starring is Radha Mitchell, Australian by descent, blonde, mostly known as Cute. Has been in movies like Silent Hill and Pitch Black, two of my favorite movies of all time. The list of favorite movies of all time is pretty long. I have to tell you that she's the good actress in this movie. She's the good actor in this movie. Timothy wasn't that good. This movie also stars Joe Anderson as the deputy to the sheriff. Timothy Olyphant plays the sheriff in this movie. And this guy, Joe Anderson, he's really good in this movie. And that's all I have to say about him. And this movie is really about this little town that is infected by some kind of sickness or illness that makes people crazy, insane crazy. And it's like it's spreading. First there's just one guy who has it, and he's like crazy, and then there's this other guy who's beginning to act a little weird, and he also turns out to be crazy. So the sheriff of this town is beginning to investigate what is happening. But it doesn't take very long before, hell breaks loose. You got the army, sealing off the town and doing all this crazy shit. I can't really tell you, because then I would spoil the story for you. But let's just say that there is some quite gruesome scenes in this movie. Some scenes in this movie are pretty graphic, so you might just want to sit close to someone when you're watching this movie. Not someone like me, though. I prefer to watch, horror movies in the dark by myself. At one point in this movie, it turns out the whole thing was a, military mistake or accident gone wrong. And, it's always the military, they're always messing things up in this kind of movie. They're always, trying to run things and contain problems very violently, and you know what I'm talking about. When I watched this movie, I thought of Stephen King. It could have been written by Stephen King, but it's actually a remake of a 1973 classic by George A. Romero, called The Crazies. And George A. Romero is probably the man who invented the zombie movie, the modern zombie movie, that is. Of course, the zombie movie has evolved a lot since then, but someone has to be first, and that was George A. Romero. It doesn't mean that the Crazies is a zombie movie, because it isn't. It's a bit like a zombie movie, but not really. You know, zombies, they're crazy. They're crazy. They're eating brains. These guys who are infected by this disease, they're also crazy. I would like to recommend this movie to anybody who likes horror movies, who likes gore and violence and excitement and yeah, some good fun. I hope you enjoy this review. You know, if you want me to make a review of a movie, please suggest one to me in the comments below, and I'll consider it. You know, preferably, you know, a horror movie or a comedy. Yeah, any kind of movie. It could be just any kind of movie. You know, as long as it's good. That's all for this time. And don't forget to lock your door before you go to bed, because your neighbors may be infected, and you should fear thy neighbor, and be careful out there, because insanity is infectious. My name is Mr. Turrigo, but you can call me Al.